Good morning, everyone. This is Gufran. So in today's video, I have with me Florian. So Florian is working with Container Xchange as a company based in Hamburg. I think without further delay, I would say Florian to give us brief introduction about what his educational qualification is, what job role he's doing in his company, and what his company is about. So Florian, thank you. Thanks for coming on the channel, and let's start with you.
Thanks for having me, Gufran. Nice talking to you, especially we talked briefly before we hit on record. So really cool. Pleasure to be here. I'm a 26-year-old from Germany living in Hamburg. I studied my Bachelor of Economics also at the University of Hamburg and now leading the marketing team at Container Xchange. We are a B2B marketplace SaaS software company. We work with freight forwarding companies, shipping lines, and help them exchange containers and reposition empty containers. And as the marketing lead, I'm responsible to create awareness for what we do. And when people say, hey, please show me your product, show me how it works, that we can hand it over to our sales guys, then that means that we did a good job. Yeah, I've spent the last 2.5 years building up the marketing team at Container Xchange from scratch. And more than grateful that you reached out on LinkedIn to talk about the journey.
Thank you. Thanks from your side because you gave your precious time, because I know working and then coming for some videos and all, it's very difficult. But I would thank you that you came. And so Florian, from my experience, I would ask you, see the audience who are watching your video, they are mostly students and they want to come to Germany and they want to start their career in Germany. The questions that I'll ask today will be mostly related to the students' perspective. So so as you told, your company is started, I research from my side and I get to know that your company was started in 2015. From 2015 till now, in the short amount of time, how drastically your company grew. Can you share some experience related to that?
Actually, good research. But actually, we started 2017 as a proper company when our co-founders split up from the Boston Consulting Group. Because both of them were management consultants at the Boston Consulting Group. And the idea behind Container Xchange started there. And 2 years after testing it and building a MVP product, they spin off and got a first small round of funding, built a company. I joined a little bit more than 2 years ago, and I think I was employee number 8, 9, 10, something like that. And now we are 75 people 2 years afterwards. So in terms of product, in terms of onboarding new customers, we grew quite rapidly. Now more than 300 customers. Big shipping lines, freight forwarding companies like Kühn und Nagel use us now on a daily basis.
In the introduction, you gave an intro about your company. From my side, if you want to explain what is the basic business, from the start to the end, just the basic flow chart. Because the students who are watching, they are not that related to this field. So for them, it would be difficult. But if you can explain in very easy language from what the product is and how it goes to the customer.
Good question, because 2 years ago I had no idea about the shipping industry or container logistics, but it's actually super easy to understand. The main use case why people go to exchange is they have shipping containers in the wrong place. So let's assume they have 20 containers in Hamburg that they don't need there. That would cost them storage fees, for instance. It's super expensive. But they might have a customer in Spain, for instance. So they go to Exchange to find the partner who repositions their equipment for free. And that's how we create a win-win situation. One company can reposition empty containers, and the other company that repositions the containers gets equipment for free. And therefore, we are a two-sided marketplace. We've got container users and container owners, and through bringing them together, we create value for both of them.
Yours is an online platform where you bring both the companies together, and it's just the management between the two companies, right?
Yes, you could say it's just the management, but actually it's it's not as easy as it sounds. But that's what we do. We are the intermediary between container users and container owners, and make their container logistics related processes as smooth as possible.
Now, moving forward, I would like to ask you, as you're working in the field of marketing, So like the students who are watching this video are mostly the management students or the students who want to switch their field to the management related studies. So
Yeah.
as working as a marketing lead, so what are the opportunities in terms of marketing when it comes to Germany?
Yeah, difficult and good question. I think like it really depends. I'm in B2B marketing, but there's so many opportunities now. At least like in the like big cities like Hamburg, Berlin for sure, Munich, Cologne, but also like everywhere in between. It's possible to find the job. But what I can recommend, I'm not sure if we talk about it afterwards as well, is it's difficult to just apply for a marketing job and expect to learn everything like on that first job. I would always recommend to have a side project during studies in uni, or it could be an Instagram account, YouTube channel, a blog, or I don't know, selling products at the local market, whatever it is. But I think if you have some how do you say, entrepreneurial experience and some interest in marketing, I think it's easy to find a good job in Germany as well. Yeah, also if you have like if you speak English, at least good or almost on the mother tongue native level, that should be perfect, because most of the companies here, they are working with customers from around the world. So I think a perfect timing for someone who speaks English and like you a bit of German.
Yeah, I'm learning. Like I'm not that fluent, so yeah, definitely I'll get used to it once I come there in Germany.
Yeah.
What are the different fields in marketing that are booming? Like if we can say digital marketing or SaaS marketing, or we can say data-driven marketing, and yeah, strategic marketing. So like I know this because there are subjects in our module. So I'm just checking out the subjects and telling you. But so like from your experience, what marketing practice your company is following, and what are the opportunities in the fields that I have mentioned?
I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I mean, there's lots of like old industries in Germany, and since the last years, there were more and more startups or like companies that trying to like digitalize the relationships of like these traditional companies to their customers, and that's, I think, a field like B2B marketing in traditional industries that's really interesting. There's so much more potential. And that's exciting to learn about. In my case, container logistics, but there's like, I mean, we talked about the automotive industry, and I'm sure there's hundreds of other like traditional industries that are interesting. I think that's a big opportunity. And other than that, I'm sure that especially in Berlin, but also in Munich, probably there's every other type of marketing that you could potentially look for. So it really depends. Yeah.
As you said, what I have researched from my side, because German industry, they are mostly traditional, and like this online marketing is completely new for some industries which are quite traditional. Yeah. So I mean, this change is happening day by day. So we can see in coming few years, it can be driven by all this digital marketing and all sorts of marketing, right?
Yeah, and what makes it interesting is that you have to adapt to the industry. In container logistics, our target audience is 50 plus. They don't spend time on TikTok, on our Instagram, or I don't know, Snapchat. Yeah. It's difficult to reach them, and you have to find different like our other channels. And for some it's PR, for some it's like physical events or trade shows or something, cold email, for instance. But I think this is what makes it interesting, because you have to experiment a lot and run like tests after tests to find the right channels, messages, and so on.
I know from you that your company is following SaaS marketing, which is like an email-based subscription for, like, you have to pay some monthly fee, and then if your customer likes that, then he can subscribe to your particular channel and he can take the services for that. So if you can tell about something about this topic, SaaS marketing.
Yeah, almost. What our customers do is they sign up for a monthly subscription plan, and with that plan, pretty much everything is included. They can use all features for free. And yes, the minimum contract period is 6 months usually. Yes, and ideally, most of the customers stay with us after that initial period of 6 months. So you acquire a customer once, and then ideally they stay with you for a longer time.
Like in B2B marketing, it's very important to maintain the relationship with customer, because it's not like the B2C. Here the customers are the owners of some companies, or they're handling some companies of their own, and handling a relationship with them for the long-term business is very important, right?
Yeah. Especially because the market size is limited. There's not millions or billions of companies that you can reach out to. In our case, I don't know, there's like probably a 5-digit number of companies, but it's not the case that you can, completely burn your email list, or if they don't sign, then we sign another company. You have to really like run after every company, make sure to build these, I mean, as you said, these like personal relationships with people at scale, ideally, and then entertain them, make sure they benefit from your platform product, and keep them. Yeah.
Now coming towards the email marketing part, so like what kind of emails you send to the customers? Like, see, even I receive many emails about different subscription on my mobile every day. But what makes it attractive for the customer to click on that email and come to you?
Yeah. First of all, you have to think about the goal of email marketing. In our case, it's not that you send an email and expect the recipient to immediately buy or sign up for a product. It's just that we like warm up the audience. We like, educate them and make it easier for our sales team to call them afterwards or sell to them. What we learned in the beginning when I started, we like came up with these nicely designed HTML templates on MailChimp, but we realized after a few weeks, I mean, they look like marketing emails, and nobody likes marketing emails. You see a newsletter, okay, marketing email, delete. Nobody likes receiving ads. So what we did is we adapted to the industry. Now we use plain text emails. We include one like specific offer. Most of the time, hey, we've got containers in Mumbai, for instance. They should go from Mumbai to Jebel Ali. Is that interesting for you? That's just like one example that we use. And by adapting to the industry, the open and response rate goes up by a lot.
Now I get it. Like, keep it plain, simple, and to the point. So we generally hear in marketing as like all attractive stuff and email and all, then the customer would come to it and purchase. But like what you said is completely different from me. Like, keep it plain, simple, up to the point. The customer will come it.
I mean, it depends on the target audience, and the industry probably, and it depends on these two factors. Yeah, maybe if you're, I don't know, sports or like the beauty industry or any other industry, it might be different. But in our case, people have no time. It's about efficiency. It's about helping them from the like first touch point on. So this is why we removed everything which is not necessary, and just hey, this is our offer for you. Are you interested? Yes or no. That's like as easy as it can get.
What practice is followed by your company's hiring managers to select the candidates for the particular job roles in your company? Because I think this point is also important for me, because I'm also searching for the reply of this point from many months now. So I think you would be better as you're working in one company in Germany. So you can give this in a better way.
Yeah, good question. I can answer this from a marketing perspective. Because when we look for new marketing full-timers or marketing interns, maybe bad news first. I think it's still necessary in Germany to speak or at least understand German. In our case, most people, like the official language at work is English. And at Exchange, it would be okay if you don't speak German at all. But I think most German companies are still looking for that. Although obviously English becomes more and more important. But then I think it's similar to the emails that we talked about. I think you have to like convince people why it should be you and not someone else. I think it's important to like customize every application. It makes no sense to send 100 applications out at the same time. You have to really like look at the company. What do they do? How can you help them? And it's important to show them a plan. Like how does the new job help you reach your own goals? Where do you want to be in 2 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you bring? What do you want to learn from your colleagues? And I think that's super important, especially in marketing. It pays out to I mean, you run a YouTube channel. For someone else, it might be an online shop, an Instagram account, whatever. But it's like really cool that you show them like examples. Hey, I've got this YouTube channel. It has, I don't know, 500 subscribers. The average view time is this and that. And this shows people that you have an an understanding for attracting people to follow a YouTube account and like a sense for business, and that I think that's really what counts in marketing if you apply for a job.
Yeah, I mean, the extracurricular activities, they are also quite important when we go for an interview. Like, we can showcase them as well, and yeah, we can make a overall profile out of it. Yeah.
Maybe in addition to that, I think it makes no sense to, I mean, it sounds cheesy, but I think you should like follow your passion. It makes no sense to start in marketing if that's not what you really want to do. And I think if you are passionate about something, you can it's so much easier to convince a hiring manager, for instance, to hire you. I think that's what it's all about.
As you said in this point, you also said about the German language requirement, because most of the students, they're afraid like they have to learn German till B1 or C1 level, and then they have to apply for this companies. But from your experience, like most of the companies in marketing, do they require German language, or English is the business language when working in companies?
Yeah, it really depends. In our case, we work with people from all around the world. To be honest, I think we don't care. But there's still like a big part of companies in Germany that require some German at least. If they sell to the German market, or because most of their employees are German. So obviously you cannot if you don't speak German, you cannot like force that. But I think it like pays out and makes sense to study it and get better. And I think your German must not be like 100% perfect on point. But as long as you understand people, can talk to your colleagues in German sometimes during lunch break. It's just like the small things. I think that that helps you a lot. But it's not a must-have.
Right. Learning the language helps you like in your social lives, like, or in the city where you're living. Like, you can chat with locals, you can communicate with people. You'll not feel alone, like, right, when you learn the language.
Yeah.
Like, similarly now, apart from German, as you are speaking English, so we can take the example from you also. So it's a similar thing.
Yeah, for me it was, I had no idea that when I joined Exchange, I had no idea that everyone speaks English at work. So in the beginning it was I didn't expect that. It was not a shock, but it was different. But yeah, now obviously it makes sense and it's not a problem at all. But yeah, if a big part of the people working for a company, if they don't speak English, it makes sense to learn some German, because it's about connecting with people, with your colleagues. You need these relationships within a company to proceed in your career. And like on top of it, you spend there 8, 9, 10 hours every day. So it's nice to like also get along with people and have some fun. So I'd say the better your German, the more fun you have at work, definitely.
Now coming towards the software part or the tools, as you say, like this thing is also important when it comes to the marketing related jobs. Yeah. Like what tools or softwares a candidate should learn if you want to start a career in the field of marketing?
As always, it depends. But for most businesses, especially in marketing, the job is to get inbound leads. And most of the time that happens on your website. So it makes sense to at least know or a little bit understand what Google Analytics does. That's really cool, interesting. Then SEO is still important. How you get traffic to a website. So Google Search Console, like all these like free Google tools. That makes a lot of sense. Especially marketing, how you like some basic like Microsoft Excel skills. Might be relevant because you always work with some data sets and you export, download reports, and then you analyze them on Excel. That's important. And then I think as long as you have a basic understanding for like a few tools, it's not really about tools. It's more about people. It's more about like understanding processes, understanding your customer and your target audience. And then obviously for LinkedIn, you need different tools than for for a YouTube channel, for SEO, or for a press release, for instance. But yeah, you can learn all of these tools. But if you have a basic understanding for Excel, for Google Analytics, that helps you a lot.
Yeah, like similarly for YouTube, as you said, on the back end, I get to know about the SEO. Then it comes to the analytics, so YouTube analytics. So I mean, I'm learning as well as experiencing new things from this YouTube channel. So yeah, this tool comes into picture now when I'm making this YouTube video. So just at the back end, I have this YouTube analytics where I can track the data, what amount of people are watching, what is the view duration, from which regions, like everything. So, I mean, it's great learning from that also. Yeah.
Gufran, one of my favorite tools, and I think every marketer will come across this tool at one point, is Sapir. Sapir, I'm not sure if you know what it is, what it does. Sapir connects pretty much every software tool out there and allows you to push data from Google Analytics to Google Sheets, or from LinkedIn to Outlook, or from email tools to a CRM system. So even if you're not into coding, that helps you connect these different tools, and you will come across Sapir. No chance to avoid using Sapir.
Like this is great. I didn't knew about this, but yeah, definitely after this video, I'll rush to Google and search about this thing.
Yeah,
Thanks for giving me this new point.
Yeah, definitely have a look at Sapir. You can automate so many processes and things with Sapir. I don't know, probably not sure what connectors they have with YouTube, but probably it's once you have a new subscriber, they automatically receive an email. I don't know, you look into it, but it's definitely important.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Florian, like I have heard that so interns and work students, they work in your company. So what role, I mean, the interns and work students, they follow when it comes to working in your company? I mean, any department, though it is marketing or supply chain or logistics. So what is the job role of interns and work students in your company?
I mean, to start with, we have very flat hierarchies at Xchange. It does not matter if you're the CEO or the new intern, working student, or team lead. It really does not matter. We believe in good ideas, and if you have good ideas, even if you're an intern, the entire company will try to execute on this, for instance. So currently we have a content marketing intern and 2-3 working students, but especially looking at the intern in the beginning, it always takes them a few weeks to like fully adapt to the new position. Their job is to write blog posts, do keyword research, update blog posts, cover the news, what's happening in container logistics, to increase SEO traffic. And in the beginning, it's not easy going, but we like make sure there's many onboarding sessions about tools, about the industry, about the company culture, and we make sure like people feel comfortable. But then like very soon, we have a specific number of blogs that we want to publish and update every month. And we measure our interns by that, how many people see that blog, how long do they spend on our website, and so on. I'd say an internship at Xchange is definitely demanding, but a great role for interns to grow into, because I think we ask for a lot of, like, interns are like super independent at Xchange. It's not about micromanaging or telling them every single step, but when we hire people, really like trust them. And we hire them for a reason, and then we like give them freedom. We give them, everything they need in order to proceed and help us reach a new level. And in my case, with content marketing and SEO, for instance. And I think many German companies are the same, or many companies around the world. Even as an intern, you can take on responsibilities pretty much from the first week on.
Sounds interesting, because so much freedom.
I think especially in markets, it's about a practical experience. It's about projects. You cannot teach anyone that like the theory of writing a blog post. Sure, we've got a few guidelines and we follow a certain process, but you learn it from writing, and then you write the first blog post, then you get a lot of feedback. Second blog post becomes better, and so on. I think it's all about getting things done and starting with actual tasks, and then you improve on the way.
Florian has explained many things in this topic, and I don't know about the audience, but in this video I learned very new things that I was not accustomed to, or I didn't knew about it. So I think this session was great, and I would like to thank Florian for coming on this channel. And thank you, Florian. Thanks a lot for giving your precious time, sharing your knowledge with the students. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for having me, Gufran. If you have questions, or someone in the audience has questions, feel free to follow me on LinkedIn or reach out. That's I'm always trying to help, and I'm looking forward to maybe seeing you in Germany one day. Your German gets better. Like, all the best with practicing it, and have a great day.